Everyone loves a good discount. We all have those things that we really want, but the price might just be a little too steep. There's nothing better than catching an item on sale and knowing that you got a deal. These are some high upside players with extreme value that you can get at a discount. Let's go. First, I want to go with CJ Stroud. Now, I understand when I say discount, I'm speaking to his value and where you're going to get him at in drafts. Right now, he usually goes in the between 4th, 5th, 6th round, mid-round range for quarterbacks. He's not the first tier guys. He's not Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, but he's also not a late round quarterback. Somebody like a Brock Purdy, Matthew Stafford, Jared Goff. He's mid-range, so you are gonna have to give up some value to get him. But I think when he's gonna land at the end of the year, it's going to be an extreme value, and you're going to know that you got him at a discounted rate. He had a phenomenal rookie season last year, one of the best ever, and he finished as a top 10 quarterback in his first year. And you also have to take into consideration that he really didn't flourish and bloom into the quarterback that he became until maybe halfway through the season. He had some games where he struggled. He had some games where he's shown he was a rookie, and that was early on in the season. But once it clicked, it really started to go well for him. You also got to think about injuries to Tank Dell, Nico Collins. He never really had a full staff of weapons for the entirety of the season. He still had over 20 touchdowns, over 3,000 yards. I think that he could push for 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns. Tank Dell should be fully healthy. He's got Stephon Diggs coming over. He still has Noah Brown, Nico Collins, Dalton Schultz, Robert Woods, John Mechie. I mean, the list just goes on and on. Joe Mixon. He doesn't give you much with his legs, which is crazy to think about with how athletic he is. But again, he has too many weapons to fail. By the end of the year, you're going to understand that you got CJ Stroud at a discount. Next, let's talk about Davante Adams. Now, I know what you're thinking. The quarterback play is unsure. Is it Aiden O'Connell? Is it Gardner Minshew? Is it even going to matter? Well, let's think about this. With the quarterback carousel he had last year, the carousel of Jimmy Garoppolo, Aiden O'Connell, Brian Hoyer, he was top 5 in targets last year. Let's talk about Josh Jacobs. And that was with Josh Jacobs getting almost 300 touches. Josh Jacobs is gone. Obviously, Zamir White they're going to use as the workhorse, but he's not going to get the workload nowhere near that Josh Jacobs had. When I tell you that Davante Adams is going to be peppered with targets, he had a game last year with over 20 targets. I'm not a betting man, but if I had to take the over-under on games with 20 plus targets in 2024, I'm taking the over. This is Davante Adams' team now that Josh Jacobs is gone. Antonio Pierce loves him. I think that whether it's Aiden O'Connell, who has that rapport built up with Davante Adams already, or it's Gardner Minshew, Davante Adams is going to be the clear-cut alpha in this offense, and he's going to get the ball in abundance. The trade rumors were circulating last year. Did he want to go to the Jets? Did he want to go back to Green Bay? Is he happy in Vegas? We don't want those rumors to come back. We don't want any negativity to be brought to Davante Adams. They want to keep him happy. They already traded his best friend, and he said he's happy in Vegas, but we need to keep it that way. And how do you keep a receiver happy? By giving him targets. For some odd reason, Davante Adams is being drafted in the 2nd round right now, and he's no longer mentioned in that upper echelon of receivers, even though his talent is obviously there, and in my opinion, still the best wide receiver in the NFL. Because of the quarterback play, he's no longer mentioned in that top tier with the likes of Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, and that's understandably so. But he's going to have so much opportunity this year. The 2nd round draft price that you plan on playing for him is going to be a steal. And last but not least, I think that Anthony Richardson could outdo everyone on this list as one of the best steals in 2024. Last year, he only played a handful of games, and he got hurt in half of them. But the games that he finished as a top 5 quarterback. I think that it is well above the range of outcomes that Anthony Richardson can finish with. Maybe 3,000, 3,500 yards passing, another 500 yards rushing, and 30 touchdowns through the air and on the ground. Anthony Richardson is the type of quarterback that you want in fantasy football. His ceiling is through the roof, and his floor is extremely high also. Because of his rushing baseline, he shouldn't really give you any bust games, and he should finish as a quarterback 1 every single week just based off of rushing alone. They added some new weapons to the offense. You still got Michael Pittman. You still got Jonathan Taylor, a fully healthy Jonathan Taylor. Now, in my opinion, was he fully healthy last year? No. So that's why they gave Zach Moss a bulk for the carries. But once they figured out that Jonathan Taylor was fully healthy, they understood that they can do away with Zach Moss. Jonathan Taylor is a way better running back than Zach Moss. He's going to keep the defense honest. And he's a quarterback's best friend. Out of the quarterbacks to finish top 4, 3 of them had more than 500 yards rushing. The only quarterback that didn't was Dak Prescott, and he led the NFL in touchdowns. Obviously, Anthony Richardson isn't going to lead the NFL in touchdowns, but he could easily have 500 yards rushing, and again, 3,000 yards passing, 20 touchdowns to overall. Very doable. And you can pick him up at the end of your draft. Again, you're getting him at a discounted rate. These are 3 players that I feel like I have to get in every single one of my drafts. As long as they stay on a discount, I'm going to draft them every single time. Thanks for tuning in to today's video. Remember, subscribe to see more content from me and everyone here at Just in Time Media.